Enlighten Hearts Ministries. Finding spiritual guidance and hope.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning back in to Enlighten Hearts Ministries. If you've been finding some peace in these reflections, take a quick second right now to hit that subscribe button. It really helps us keep this community growing. So, let's talk about something real today. We live in a culture that is absolutely obsessed with hyper-managing everything. We track our steps, we micromanage our calendars, and let's be honest, we often treat our spiritual lives like a corporate performance review. We tick off the checkboxes. Morning offering, done. A decade of the rosary in traffic, done. Sunday obligation, caught the late mass. But then, life happens. A sudden diagnosis drops, a relationship breaks down, or maybe it's just that quiet, heavy anxiety that creeps in at 3 a.m. And suddenly, that checklist faith feels incredibly fragile. Why? Because a checklist is all about our control, but Calvary demands something entirely different. It demands surrender. Today, the Monday right after Pentecost, the Church celebrates the memorial of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Mother of the Church, and our Gospel brings us right back to the raw reality of the cross in John chapter 19. Picture the scene. The world is collapsing around the disciples. Most have fled, but standing firm at the foot of the cross is Mary. She isn't frantic. She isn't trying to fix the unfixable. She is just present, holding on to an unshakable trust. And looking down at her and the beloved disciple, Jesus says, "Woman, behold your son." And to the disciple, "Behold your mother." You see, Jesus wasn't just wrapping up family administrative duties from the cross. He was doing something cosmic. The Catechism in section 964 points out that Mary's role as mother to us in the order of grace flows directly from her total cooperation with Christ's redemptive work. They called Mary the new Eve. Where the first Eve shifted blame and sought autonomy in the garden, Mary stands on the hill of Calvary and chooses total, vulnerable surrender. Think back to our previous reflections on the great I Am. We talked about how God isn't a distant boss waiting for you to finish your task list. He is the source of being itself. He is present in the storm. And from the cross, the great I Am looked at your future anxiety, your moments of feeling completely orphaned by life, and he gave you a mother. He gave the church an everlasting sanctuary. This brings us to the climax of our journey over these last few days. We've watched the breath of God move through the upper room at Pentecost. But notice the sequence. The Holy Spirit is poured out on the church, and immediately on Monday, we find ourselves looking to Mary. Why? Because as the ancient liturgy sings, she is the one who nurtures the Spirit of Jesus within us. She bridges the explosive power of Pentecost with the quiet daily endurance of ordinary life. So, what's the one area in your life right now where you're frantic? Where are you trying to force an outcome instead of handing it over? Take a deep breath. You don't have to navigate this as a spiritual orphan. Let's carry this into a moment of stillness with today's haiku. Cross of love stands tall. Mother shields the weeping flock. Grace flows for us all. Tomorrow we start wading back into the rhythm of ordinary time, exploring how to keep this Calvary-tested peace alive when the mundane routine tries to choke it out. You won't want to miss it. Until next time, keep surrendering the checklist, and let your heart be enlightened.